Hello and welcome to Interactive CAD. Today I'm just going to do a quick video on how I go about drawing the new Xbox Series X in SolidWorks. It's a fairly simple shape, so it's not too complicated. Firstly I'd go to the top plane. Oh, sorry, I've opened up a blank part file. And I go to the top plane, go to Sketch, and I'll just draw a box. I've got the rough dimensions, well, published dimensions of the Xbox, so I've got an idea of my scale. So 151 square. So make that equal. So I'll take that. And then I'm going to extrude down. So change the direction. 301. Not 3.1, 301. There we go. So now, obviously, we're starting to get the base. That's the basic shape of the Xbox. But now I'm going to click on the top plane and add the finer detail. So I've just gone onto Sketch, and then I'm going to go to Tools, and then I'm going to drop down to Sketch Tools and go Sketch Picture. And these are the pictures I've got to model the finer detailing of the Xbox without having the DIMMs. So as you can see, these are just Google image pictures. I've just Google searched Xbox Series X pictures, and these are the best I could find. So let's load that one in. And now we can actually trace around this picture. So I've made this picture not ideal on purpose to show you how you can manipulate sketch pictures. So now I would actually exit this, so I'll just tick that, then go to line and draw a line here down the side of the Xbox and draw a horizontal line, and then just make that a bit neater. And then go to Smart Dimension and find out the angle. So 22.5 is the angle of the image. So double click the image to go back into your sketch picture. I'm going to angle it at 22.5 degrees. So now I'm going to sit this picture and scale it down so I can use it as a reference on the actual model. So from here, I'm going to go to transparency, full image, and then I'm just going to make it transparent so I could actually see the model. And then I'm going to drag it to the corner. I'm going to scale it down. Keep going, you might find that the angle's slightly off because this picture's not square, which you can see there, it's not perfect. So now if I make that, just fiddle with the angle a little bit. That's probably too much, try 19. So I'm going to just fiddle with this picture now and jump ahead, and then you'll obviously, by just editing the angle and the size to get it pretty much as flush as possible with the top of my model. So I've just jumped ahead. That's probably the best I'm going to get it. So if I just double click on the image, I've gone for 19 degrees and I've just changed the size of the image and kept it transparent. So I'm going to tick it. I'm just going to quickly come out of this sketch and I'm going to go to shell. So features, and then I'm going to go to shell. So according to the internet, the casing's 6mm thick. And it's asking me for faces to remove. I don't want to remove any of these faces. So I'm just going to tick that, move it above my sketch. Follow me. And the shell has worked. You can see that now that's a hollow cube. If I put a section through it, just tick it, you can see that's now a hollow cube. So now I'm just going to go back into my top sketch with my reference picture. And I'm going to draw one circle. I'm going to do it 6mm radius, so 12mm diameter. And I'm going to do it looking at that. That's probably the best I'm going to get it for this reference picture. Round it up to 9.5. and 9.5. So from there, I'm just going to go extrude cuts. Sorry, go back to features and go to extrude cut. Click. And I'm going to go through all and tick it. So from there, I'm just going to put a little fillet on here. Not 10mm, 0.5. Little fillet on there as well. Tick that. So from there, I want to pattern my cut and my fillet. In fact, I'll put a fillet on the bottom as well. Tick it. So from there, I'm going to pattern this. So I'm going to pattern the cut, extrude, and the two fillets. So if I go up to linear pattern and click my direction I want to go in, so I want to go this way, and change reverse the direction using the arrows. I'm going to put in 12mm apart and 12 and tick that. So as you can see, that won't work because they're overlapping. So I'm going to make the diameter of the circle just a little bit smaller so it actually fits. So we'll go back to edit sketch. Make circle 10mm and linear pattern, and try that linear pattern again. So choose my direction and choose my features, which are the cut, extrude, and the two fillets. And I'm going to do it 12mm, maybe 12, so that's better. So I'm going to go in both directions. So I'm going to go to direction 2, click this line here, and I'm going to do the same again, 12mm, 12, and tick it. Just let it load. So now I've put the vents in, and I'm going to go to the bottom of my Xbox. Just click the surface, go to sketch, and I'm going to put the base on. So I'm going to click in the middle and extrude that base 6mm in both directions. So we'll go to mid plane and I'll make it 12mm, so it's extruded out 6mm each side, and tick it. And then just put a cut on the bottom of the Xbox as well. 10mm. Make that's cut 6mm deep. No, sorry, we'll make it 2mm deep because it's only a little one. So now if I go back to my cut sketch, just to give you an idea of how we're modeling it, and I'll show that again. So now you can see I've got the grid. I know it's a bit out because obviously the picture's not square, but it's still a good reference on how many holes the Xbox actually has. So I'll hide. So that's the vents on the bottom and the base modelled. So I'll just hide that again and go to ISO view. So now I've modelled the vents on the bottom and the top. What I'm going to do is just go select the front. So that's the front. Click sketch. Now I'm going to go to tools again and drop down to sketch tools and go sketch picture. Select the front picture and do the same process again. I'll jump forward once I've tidied up and scaled down the picture. It's pretty self-explanatory again. Go on full image to make it transparent. Your size is there, which you can change with your change in the graphics window, and your angles there to change the angle. So now I've lined it up, I'm going to create two sketches on the same face. So I'm going to create a sketch for the disk drive and the buttons, and I'm going to create one for the Xbox logo. So there's the sketch I've done. So I've just done a slot. If you want to drop the slot and pause the video now, there's the DIMMs I did it to. And down here for the USB and the button, I've done a square 6mm by 13mm and an 8mm button. So if you want to pause it there and just draw that bit up. And now I'm going to draw the Xbox logo. So if we just go to circle, so if I zoom in, gives an idea of the Xbox logo size. So it's 13mm I've got, and then I'm going to just define the circle from the edge. Make it 22. And now I'm just going to draw in the actual X. So from there, I've just done two arcs, and then I've mirrored them around the center line of the circle. So tick that. And then I'm just going to trim here, 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 and here to get the Xbox logo. Go up to display and delete relations, go fully defined sketch, and select the entities I want to fully defined, and tick it. And there you go. It's putting some random dims just to fully define the sketch. Save you watching me for hours defining the Xbox logo. So now if I come out of that, I'm going to use this sketch. Oh, I forgot I'll just quickly go back in and draw that button. I forgot to put that button on. Just want to do it in line with the disk drive, even though it's a bit off because of the picture's a bit off. So make that 6mm. Just do it above the disk drive to 12mm. And move it to there. 19, that's fine. So take that. There we go. So now I have a fully defined sketch. I know it's a bit messy, but I'm now going to use this sketch a couple of times to create features on the Xbox. And I've just noticed down here, because it's obviously, it needs to be at least 6mm up the disk drive, or else it'll collide with the wall of the box. So if I make that 6mm. In fact, I need to do it, make it 10mm, just make it a bit higher. So from there, just come out the sketch, and now I'm going to go to cut extrude. I'm going to click the sketch. So now it's asking for selected contours. So if I just clear that off, so now I'm going to select the parts of the sketch I want to use just to cut, and then I'm going to go blind 6mm through to cut through the front of the casing. So I'll tick that. So now I'm going to go to cut extrude 4, go to the sketch, and I'm going to go show, so it comes up with the sketch again. And then I'm going to go to extrude, and I'm going to click the circle and the other circle. So I'll go back to selected contours, click that circle as well, and make those buttons 2mm big. Tick that, and then I'm going to put some fillets on the circles as well. Fillet, so they're more button-like, and tick that. So the next thing I'll do is the Xbox logo at the top. So if I just go to extrude cut again, click the sketch again, and now I'm just going to clear out that contour, and I'm going to select and make the parts of the Xbox logo and make that 2mm deep cut there. So now if I hide the sketch, the front of the Xbox should start looking a bit like an Xbox, which it is. So the last part of the Xbox to do is the back. So if we follow the same principle, click the back face, go to sketch, tools, and then drop down to sketch tools, sketch picture, and then select the back picture I've got. And this should be fairly simple to do. So I'll just go full image again, make it transparent. Not that transparent. There we go. And then I will adjust this image to fit. So same again, it's not perfectly square, like it's just, they are just Google images. If you do want to do something a bit more accurate using the pictures, it is worth getting a picture that's square on. So I'll just do that and then bring it up a little bit. There you go. So let's tick that. So now I'm going to sketch and trace over this. So this is the rather busy sketch I did for the back of the Xbox. So I'll just quickly go through it. So for starters, I did a box 180, 5mm off the edge, and a 5mm radius around it. Then I did these. If you just want to pause the video and sketch that up. And then from there, I did a slot, 34mm wide, 17 down from the top of the box, 54 and 8. So if you want to pause the video and draw that bit. And then the other more messy bit down here. So we'll start with this slot here for your hard drive. That's 44 from the bottom. And then I've done it 30 by 5. And then 65 from the edge there. So if you want to pause the video and just quickly draw that. And then from there, I've done the HDMI cable. So I've actually mirrored this around the center, 4.5, 4.5, 135 degrees, and a 3.5. And then it's 24 from the bottom and 65 along. No, sorry, 65's for the hard drive slot. It's 80. I've done it 80mm from the edge. If you'd like to just pause that, I'll zoom in a bit on the complicated bit. So same again for the power outlet. I've done 2 circles, diameter 8mm. The centers are 6.5mm apart. I've done 22mm from the bottom, and it's 68mm from the edge. So the I'll do the LAN port now. I've just literally traced this off the picture. 6.2mm, 1.85, 1.3, 1.92. So if you just want to pause and quickly draw that up, I've mirrored it obviously about the line. And then this corner from here is, get the right dim, is 78mm from the left hand side and 45mm high. So the vents, I've only drawn it on one side because I'm going to mirror it, is 18mm from the bottom, 8mm apart, and 6mm diameter, and I've patterned them 8mm apart. So if you want, and I've done 6 in the horizontal and 11 in the vertical, so there's 12 in total. So I'll just leave that. If you quick, I'll zoom in on this bit. So there's 11 in the vertical, 12 altogether in the vertical, and 6 along this bit. If you just want to pause it and quickly draw that in and pattern it. So now I'm just going to start adding these features, and I'm just going to use the same sketch over and over again. That's why it's quite a busy sketch, because it's going to do a lot on the back. So if I exit that, and I'm going to do the holes first. So I'm going to go to extrude cut and select the contours I want to do. So 1, 2. So I'm only going to go 6 up on this pattern because they're the only through vent holes, and then there's 2 vent holes. So as you can see, they're straight through, and then they're like dummy vent holes on the back of the box. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and do the last row 6. So I'm just going to go blind and make that 6 mil and tick that. So now I've started drawing the back up. I'm going to now go to my extrude cut, show that sketch again so I can see what I'm doing, and then I'm going to go extrude cut again, and I'm going to click this contour here and do the same again. Go to selected contours and select the dummy holes. I'm going to make these 2 mil deep. I'm also going to select, I was going to select this as well because this is also 2 mil deep, but I want to mirror it, so I'm not going to. So just tick that. Then go extrude cut again. Make that 2 mil. And now I'm going to go extrude cut again. Click the slots, and so now this is everything I want to cut the whole way through. So we'll do that slot. Go back to selected contours. Select that slot. So now, yeah, blind 6 mil. So they're the holes. So now I want to mirror my holes. So if I go to extrude 6, and then we just go to mirror, and then mirror it about the right plane. So now if I hide the sketch, hopefully it'll start to look like an actual Xbox. And go down to right click on it, hide. So now we've got the detail on the back for the Xbox and detail on the front. So now just to put a few finishing touches on it, I'm going to go to colors and go plastic and make it black. Then click the surfaces of the Xbox logo, make them white. Then just copy that. So if I go to appearances and then go copy appearance, click that, and then just paste this appearance. I don't know why it's done that. It's not letting me paste it. So for the sake of the video, I'll just drag and drop to that face cut. But normally it should let you copy and paste your appearances. I don't know why it's not let me. And paste cut. So now if I go into a photorealistic view, it should actually look a bit like an Xbox. Real graphics view. So now they have a very simple model of an Xbox Series X. I mean, I found this tutorial helpful. If you've got any questions, please leave them in the comments below, or any ideas or anything you want me to model. Please subscribe to my channel, and I hope you've enjoyed watching this video, and I hope you've managed to model it yourself in SolidWorks. Thanks for watching.